Hi guys, James here at Bespoke Airsoft again, and another review for you. And in this video we're looking at KWA's new release, which is the Ronin T6. This has got to be one of the best looking PDW tanker style M4s. In my opinion, this thing looks the absolute nuts, and rightly so. It's got the usual really high strength KWA build quality where it just doesn't flex and nothing rattles or vibrates. They've got this lovely M-lock rail on here, probably the best tanker style M4 stock that I have seen and used. This is superb. It really is. And before I get into the nitty gritty and how I feel about this, the pros, the cons, this, that and the other, let's get the TDC in place. Let's take a closer look at this thing and then we'll get into the chrono and the accuracy test. KWA Ronin Tactical T6 is the latest release from KWA. Usual packaging here from them also. You know how I feel about boxes. It's the most boring thing in the world to talk about, but it's nice to see how securely packaged these things are in here. It's sort of like suspended mid-air, so any sort of collisions with the box, it's not going to harm the rifle whatsoever. So let's slide this out. We've got the rifle itself. We've got one magazine. And we've got a bunch of bits here. What you will find is when you pull this out the box for the first time, there'll be this sticker over the magazine, and what that's warning you to do is just to push the follower in before you ever insert it into the gun, because it's got an extended follower on here to make sure it feeds every last round. Save them falling out your hop unit when you take the mag out. So let's get this boring part out of the way. We have the T6, fits into frame, lovely. Haven't got to keep sliding it backwards and forwards. So we've got your normal warranty card and stuff from KWA. You get stickers, some bits and pieces about repair. This Allen key that they include is to adjust the spring tension at the back. The TK45C that we've looked at previously, I actually ended up buying one. Now that gun sort of like with the spring guide set to its least amount of power, so as little as FPS you're going to get out of it with the spring adjusted all the way back. They were still coming out about 350. The T6, however, which you'll see in just a moment, with it at its standard setting with the spring guide all the way back, you're just over a joule, so you're safe everywhere. And then you can of course turn it up if you need to, if you need a bit more power for outdoor fields or whatever. So because we've got a nice M-lock handguard on it this time compared to the key mod, we've got some M-lock rail sections here. You get two included in the box. It also comes with an Allen key for fitting those. Put those back inside. Got 120 round mid capacity magazine. It has the extended follower, which you'll see now. Which, like that sticker just warns you before you ever place this into the gun itself, just make sure you push the follower back in. This is great because it feeds all the rounds out the magazine. It doesn't leave any left over when you're pulling the magazine out and you get some drop on the floor, so that's very, very good. Same sort of system with a much smaller follower on the TK45s. I do like that. When the gun is empty, you pull the mag out and it is empty. This one's going to be a little bit more prone to accidental breakages because of the way it sticks out and how thin it is. But it's got a nice 120 round capacity on that. So this is a sort of tanker or PDW style M4. This is the latest release from KWA, and this is the T6. So it's using the normal VM4 Ronin package with a few spruce ups here and there. So we'll go front to back because I want to talk about the stock last. What I do like is they've put a much better flash hider on this thing compared to the TK45. Very aggressive looking, really do like that. You've got an M-lock handguard on here, 6-inch handguard. You've got a cutout for your hand if you don't want to use anything. It's very comfortable, just like the TK45. And then you've got rail sections front and top and bottom. And then you've got M-lock sections. You've got 2 on the bottom. You've got 3 on each side with a very small one there. I don't know what you'd use that for. Perhaps like a QD sling point or something. Full metal receiver, we've got some PTS flip up iron sights. These are probably the best airsoft iron sights I've ever come across. They're very sturdy, very positive. Unless you move into sort of the more real steel stuff, most companies get this wrong and they're very janky and loose and all sorts. So I really do like that they put them on there. This is an ambidextrous gun, so the fire selector can be found on both sides, safe, semi and full auto. The magazine release, however, can only be found on the right hand side. So sorry lefties. Putting the charging handle back exposes the hop up. You have to latch the fake bolt to keep it all the way back, and then you've got access to the rotary style hop unit there, and the most anticlimactic bolt release ever. Sounds horrible. Same as the TK45. Let's put this magazine in there so you can see what it looks like. And you've got a PTS grip on here, much like the TK45 as well. And possibly, I saw someone else on the Facebook page commenting on this. I think it was Phil Bucknell of Clearwater Airsoft. He said it's probably got to be one of the best looking tanker stocks that he has seen, and I've got to be 100% in agreement there. This thing looks absolutely superb. It looks so much better than the TK45 stock, and if they do this piece separately, I will be buying one for my TK45. You've got a much bigger section on here. You pull it out, don't mind the squeakiness there, it's just the metal on metal contact with the rails, so you can literally pull it all the way out. Once you get to the end, you can't push it forwards or backwards. But this is got to be the most comfortable PDW tanker style stock that I have come across. It is extremely reassuring in the shoulder, which I'll show you when we come back on the main camera. But very, very good indeed. Take that out, we've got battery space in here, loads to deal with. You might remember if you looked at the TK45 video that I did. Let me see if I can get you in here. I almost managed to fit a 2200 11.1 in there. I run the extension on my TK45, and that's literally just because I don't want to be, I use a 2200 LiPo, which is this one here, in my TK45, so it's a big battery. You'll see here how it literally just very snugly sits in. And the only reason I use a battery extension on my TK45, because you're never going to get the wires and stuff in here without a load of finger gymnastics. I just like the fact I can push it into there, I don't have to force it in, I can clip the wires in, and then the extension piece holds all that in, because I don't have the stock on my TK45 pushed in anyway, because you know I'm 6 foot something, and having it all the way in, unless you're in like a CQB environment, you're trying to keep it nice and compact for going around doorways and such, then you know that's the only time you're going to have it fully collapsed. So this stock is extremely sturdy, I really do like it, and KWA, if you're listening, please do this as a spare part, because I want one for my TK45. So there's the overview there for you, very nice indeed, very comfortable to hold. We'll get to the Chrono results right now. Like I say, about a joule, so just above the 280 to the 290 mark. I think it's about 295 this model. So I'll get that up on screen now, and then we'll cut straight to the accuracy test. I don't use 0.3s in the accuracy test because it won't hop them, which I'll get to in just a moment when I come back on camera. So 0.2s on the accuracy test. I do the Bane big target, and then I do the newer smaller target as well. So we'll get those bits up on camera just for you now. So first of all, Chrono, 295, roughly just over a joule, which is very good. It's got that variable velocity spring guide system, so you can take this stock off, put the Allen key in the spring guide, and adjust your FPS up or down. Down is probably the wrong word, because at 295 I think it's set all the way back, but you can take it up if you need the extra push, which is good because the TK45s with the same system, all the way back they were about 350, so they were right sort of on the normal sight limit in the UK here. So this is a really sturdy M4. I really do like it. I wish that the TK45 had the M-Lock style handguard on there instead of the key mod. I'm not really a massive fan of key mod. I think it just looks a little bit Lego-y, maybe, if that's the right word. So really good construction, build quality, the best iron sights on a gun out the box in my opinion. This tanker stock, sorry, you have to excuse me a bit, that sound. But this tanker style stock that they've got on here is basically the same as the TK45 stock, but this new thing they've got here is just, it just makes so much sense. It's like the TK45 needed this. It's got to be the most comfortable PDW smaller style stock that I've used, and I've used many. You know, I play with these guns pretty much all day, every day. We have so many different types of these guns in stock as well, so I do handle a lot of them, and this one is the one that stuck out with me the most. Yeah, it's nice that the TK45 stock has like a little cheek piece here to cover it, but honestly, I want this. KWA, do this as a spare part, really. This is brilliant. I'd love to strap this to my TK45. So, I really do like the build quality of these things. 120 round mag, it's got the extended follower on there, so it feeds all the rounds up, so you haven't got 4 or 5 BBs falling out your mag well as you take your mag out, which is really good. Just make sure you push that follower in before inserting it into the gun. Ambidextrous fire controls, but the magazine is only found on the right hand side. It's got that anticlimactic bolt release, just like the TK45. Ugh. It's got a nice hop unit. The rotary style is very easy to use. It's easy to find. It's easy to get your nail in there and just adjust it what you need. But KWA, it's almost like some of these manufacturers, when they're building these guns, they'll get the gun to such a stage and they're like, right, that's perfect, but it's too perfect. Let's do something adverse to the gun because it's too perfect. It's almost like what they do. They've got this gun here. It is absolutely superb. It feels great. It fires great gearbox wise, and then they fit the crappiest hot rubber that they can find. This hot rubber, just like in the TK45 series, I'm sorry, I'm not putting the platforms down. I love the TK45 series. I love this thing, but they fit the crappiest hot rubbers I've ever come across. This thing struggled to hop 0.2s straight out the box. It got better as I used it. I've been using it for about a week now, so it does sort of kind of level off. It's like a really cheap version of the Crytek hot rubbers. So what I will say to you, if you're getting one of these, order a hot rubber as well. We've got the Promi purple hot rubbers in stock on the website, so just order one of them as well. If you want us to fit it, just let us know and we can do it for you before we send it out. But it needs it straight out of the box because that hot rubber sucks. It is absolutely pointless having it. You might as well have no hop up in this gun. But it literally, it's not all that bad. It's not like, oh, I'll put this away and go and find other products, because this gun is absolutely superb. Like I say, there were 99% there to perfect, and then they put that hot rubber in there. Like, how hard is it, KWA, just put a normal hot rubber in there, like the normal Marui style ones? They've got this weird like little 4-fin thing, and it just does absolutely nothing. Now, I know you'll probably see many reviews and many people say different things, and you kind of sometimes worry these days who to trust and what to do. And I have said it many times before in this series, but I will never give you any BS. I'll tell you exactly how it is. We sell this stuff. We're confident enough that the consumer is going to pick the right product for them. But if you were to buy this from us and then find out the hot rubber was bad, to me, I haven't done my job, so I've got to mention it. Put a new hot rubber in there. My TK45, when I first had it, I put a Promi purple hot rubber in there, and it just transformed the rifle. Instantly I was hopping 3s to good measure, and then yes, I've got a really nice inner barrel in the gun now, and I've got like an R-hop system in my TK45 which pushes it to some insane distances. I'm not even joking. I was pushing 0.3s past 60 metres, almost up to the 70 metre mark. I actually ran out of space where we were firing it, so I'm really, really impressed. It's like all the other technologies there, everything you need, just switch the hot rubber out and you'll be good to go. So with that bad point out the way, I really do like KWA in terms of how they build these rifles. I know many of you will say, well, I've got this rifle and it's perfect out the box and it's solid. It very may well be. I've been in this industry for a long time now, and there's not many companies that put metal M4s out there that are this rock solid, and I'm going to say KWA's, for build quality in terms of receiver and rail and stuff like that, KWA's at the top. They really are. So I really do like them. These new series that they're doing with this 2.5 gearbox I do like. Just please, KWA, if you are listening, I know I keep baffling on about it. If you know anybody at KWA and you've seen this video, just go and tell them, fit a new hot rubber, it's just rubbish. You know, but like I say, guys, if you want to just pay the little bit extra for an upgraded hot rubber, just get in touch with us. We can take that hot rubber out, put a new one in, and you'll be good to go on the field, and you'll have an absolute blast with this. I'm loving the new flash hider design. I really do like this. On my TK45, I did switch that part out for something a little bit better. Love the stock. I'm hoping KWA sell this as a spare part because I want that for my TK45 as well. So I hope you've liked this quick overview and review of the T6. It's a great new release. KWA heading in the right direction. They've just got a couple of stumbling blocks which they need to get past. But if you're buying this rifle, you are not going to be disappointed. And it's cheaper than the KWA TK45s as well. And you know, mags are easier to find. But if you like the TK45 platform but you don't like the SMG mags, this one's going to be for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is the VM4 Ronin T6. It's the new release from KWA. Extremely well put together, you know, apart from what I spoke about. But for this, many of the KWA and other branded products, go to bespokeairsoft.co.uk. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. To be honest, we don't really post anything to Twitter because it's kind of a dead platform, but YouTube, Facebook and Instagram, just give us a like and a subscribe. Helps out a lot, and we'll keep pushing this content out for you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.